Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video, and in this one quite an interesting topic. It's one that I've been thinking about today mainly. We went to a wedding here in the Philippines, and it's not the first wedding I've been at. I've been at 3, I think. Anyway, the last one was the same in that when you're one of the main sponsors, you get like priority table, or we did anyway. And I'll talk about that later, being a main sponsor. But they had 2 rows of tables in front of the bride and groom and their family. And on one side was the men. And on the other side, yep, you guessed it, it was the women. And I thought, I don't like this. And it was the same the previous wedding we were at. When was that, honey? No, the one before that. Last year, December. Yeah, exactly the same. They had 2 rows of tables, and one was men, one was women. And I thought, very strange. But you don't know if it's a tradition or not, do you? She's busy doing the laundry, guys, look. Huh? Just a different setup. So I'm actually using a different camera today because a lot's happened in the last few days. The camera, if you noticed in the last couple of videos I've done, it starts off fine, and then about a few minutes in, you don't notice it because it's very gradual, but it starts to mist up. And at the end of the video, if you look at the end of the video compared to the beginning, it's like night and day. So I'm using an Insta360 Go 3. It's an action camera. I haven't used it much, but it's something that I was planning to use once I do more videos on the bike, because it's got like a little camera that pops out, and it's very, very portable. So look at this weather, by the way. Look at that. Can you see that? You can see the volcano for the first time in about a month. The weather has been shocking. It's been raining a lot every day. In fact, this is the first day in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks that we haven't had any rain, so long may it continue. Yeah, we were invited to this wedding as a main sponsor. Now, what does that mean? Well, it just means that you help them out financially a wee bit more than your average guest. So you get invited as a main sponsor, and apparently it's seen as a privilege. But it was brilliant because first of all, we went to the church, and I mean, I'm not religious. I'm not Catholic to start with, but it didn't stop me enjoying it. And the church is it's pretty impressive. There's got a huge ceiling, really high, and it's for such an old building. I think it was built around 1770, the old Dargah Church, and it sits right up on the hill, so you get a cracking view of Mayon volcano behind me there. Beautiful. So yeah, we went to the church, and that went on for about an hour, I think, before we headed to the reception. I don't think they call it a reception here, I'm not sure. But anyway, we had been to this place before. It's basically a basketball court, but they decorated it all for the wedding. And yeah, they did a good job. But it made me think about Malaysia, actually, because when I first went to Malaysia back in 2009, I think 2009 or 2010, the first thing I noticed was that the women all tended to sit together and the men folk, they all sat together. Now, I think that's more to do with a religious thing, i.e. A Muslim thing. But it seems to happen here as well. Like, see, if you, for example, whenever we go to my wife's family's farm, the men will all be sitting drinking around the table, and the women will all be inside with the kids. Except for last night when my wife went over there after the wedding, and all the women were sat round the table drinking. I don't know where the men were. They were at a different table. I meant to say, I don't know where the kids were. But I just thought it was something that's a bit odd. If you're not used to it, I guess, you might find that a bit weird. And the good thing was I was sat next to my wife's sister's husband, Jason, who I knew, and on the other side, the father of the bride, who I knew, so it wasn't so bad. But it could be quite awkward if you don't know the people that you're sitting with, But the food was good. You get preferential treatment, so you get all the food is on your table already, and you'll probably see from these videos that they've got lots of different dishes. They come round and serve you fresh rice, and they have desserts as well. We had the leche flan. I think I had one of them to myself. It was nice. So the other thing that's been happening is I've been back to the hospital here. I had a problem. I've still got the problem with my left knee. It's been like this for about a month. It's just like painful when I go up and down stairs, or if I'm walking, or if I move it a certain way. I don't know if it's a cartilage problem or what, but I was in the hospital here and they took an x-ray. By the way, x-rays, cheap as chips. For the x-ray on my knee, it was only, let me get this right, how much was it, honey? $270. No, that was a consultation. The x-ray, it was around 300 pesos, which is not a lot of money. The consultation with the doctor was 700 pesos. But what happened was I went to A&E and she says they didn't have a doctor there. So she says you'll need to go to the outpatient department. So I went there and the doctor wasn't there. She didn't come in, it was a female, she didn't come in till about 45 minutes after I had been sitting there. But she was good. I explained what the situation was. I also said that my left foot is swollen. It's okay, just go. She's doing the laundry. What happened was I told her that I've had bad circulation in my toes for some time now, more than a year. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's a bit of like a numbness feeling sometimes. It's not there the whole time. And then what happened was my left foot started to swell up. And I thought, I wonder what that is. So I left it for a wee while thinking that it might mend itself, but it hasn't, so that's the reason why I went to the hospital. And I have to go back next week. They're going to do a ultrasound scan on my foot to check the veins. She says they could maybe put stents in, but what they want to do first is to check my blood, and I'm thinking, do I want to go down this road? They're going to check kidney function, liver function, But if I want them to find out what it is, I'm going to have to go through it all. So I'll be doing that next week. Be back again. I'll be doing that next week, and hopefully they'll be able to give me some sort of tablets or something. I'm on medication now, but it's only for 5 days to see if this helps, and it has helped a wee bit. So I can get my shoes on without any issues really. What else to report? Nothing much. Don't think so. I've been busy with my online business, my new one, so I've been cracking on with that. But I'll keep you guys posted if anything exciting happens. As always, thanks for your support, and catch you in the next one. Cheers.